Robin, thank you for joining me. Please, if you're watching this on YouTube, please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. This is game number 149 of a 162 game created franchise on MLB Show 20 for PlayStation 4. It may be game 150. I may play a doubleheader based on how I feel after this game. I may play 2 in a row on the stream. It is a Friday evening. I don't have much to do. Maybe I can knock out 2 games and get closer to the playoffs. So this is the name of the creative franchise is the Bronx Knights. They were wedged into the American League West Division. As you can see on the screen, it's mid-September. The Knights are 97-51. They have a 15.5 game lead in the division. The division is clinched. They are the division champions. Question is, how many games will they win, and how well will I do in the playoffs? Every single game is on YouTube. No skipped innings, no simulated games. All of them are there. This is game number 149. Let's get going on the schedule. So, 3-game set against the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. As you can see, these are the 3 games. First game, I won 6-1. This is game number 2. Let's rock and roll. The difficulty setting for pitching and hitting is set to All-Star. There are people that are better than that. Congratulations. All-Star makes me happy. This is about being happy and having a good time and calling the games. Play game. Do I want to? Okay, yes I do. Play full game. We are the home team at Classic Yankee Stadium in the Bronx. Let's go. Joey Pollard, 17-4, is the starting pitcher. Max needs a day off, so we're going to go and put Manuel Margot in his place. Chris Ramos is going to be the DH today, while Matt Saps is going to play second base. And that's about it. Let's rock and roll. Don Mattingly, 194 hits. He's 6 away from the magic 200. Also 99 RBIs, as you notice. Here is the starting lineups. Again, if you're on YouTube, please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. Welcome. Thanks for joining. This is Shenanigans with RC Robbin. I am the RC Robbin, RC-ROBBIN. Thank you for joining. Okay. Welcome to another broadcast of Major League Baseball here at Classic Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, New York, as the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim visit the Knights. On the mound for the Knights is Joey Pollard. Joey is 17-4 with a 3.34 earned run average, going for win number 18. He is in the conversation for the American League Cy Young Award. And leading off for the Angels of Anaheim is Cliff Floyd. 274, 33 homers, 68 runs batted in. Here is the first pitch of the ball game. Misses outside, ball 1. Bronx Knights are 97-51. They're in first place in the AL West, first place division champions. Jacob Salazar is at shortstop, and Benny Lo Cicero is in right. And that's a deep fly ball to right center field, but back goes Lo Cicero, camps under it, makes the catch for out number 1. So, starting lineup for the Angels. Cliff Floyd led off. He's in left field. Jeremy Mania is in shortstop. Ronald Acuna Jr. is the center fielder. Nolan Arenado is at third. J.J. Bleday is in right. Domingo Santana is the DH. Matt Beatty's at first. Jahmai Jones at second. And Bo Naylor is batting ninth and playing catcher. Jeremy Pena, 237, 6 homers, 31 runs batted in. Pitch is low from Joey Pollard. Ball 1. Slow roller to the shortstop. Salazar charges, fires, got him, 2 away. Nice play by Jacob Salazar at short. So up third with 2 down here in the top of the first is Ronald Acuna Jr., who's cold in his last handful of games. 3 for his last 23. Overall, he's hitting .295 with 24 homers and 60 runs batted in. Fouls off the fastball down the first base line, strike 1. Grounds it through the hole between first and second. It's a 2-out single for Acuna Jr. And the inning continues for the Angels. Next up, the very dangerous third baseman Nolan Arenado. Overall, he's hitting .273 with 28 homers and 69 runs batted in. We are in the middle of September. Outside corner, strike 1 with the 2-seam fastball. Pitch is off the plate inside. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Ed Drummond is the home plate umpire calling home balls and strikes. Don't know if he's a real person. I just hope that he does his job. See what happens. 1-1 count. Pitch is high. No, pitch is in there for a strike. Throw down to second is not in time. It's a stolen base from Acuna Jr. Caught him sleeping. So now there's a runner in scoring position with 2 away for Arenado, who's down no balls and 2 strikes. Pulls a fastball foul down the third base line. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. Pitch is outside, count evens. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the first. Runner on second is Acuna Jr. Here comes the pitch. Strike 3 called. Outside corner and the side is retired. Half an inning of baseball in the books. The LA Angels of Anaheim, nothing. The Bronx Knights coming to bat. So, on the mound for the Angels is Sean Reed Foley, making his 30th start of the season. His record is 10-13 with a 5.14 earned run average. And leading off for the Bronx Knights is Manuel Margot, hitting .313 on the season, a part-time player giving a day off to Max Lukulich in center field. First pitch from Foley. Slow bouncer in front of the mound. The bounces off the mound in time. Pardon me. So the pitcher, anyway. Bronx Knights. Manuel Margot leads off in center field. Don Mattingly's at first. Chris Ramos is the designated hitter today. Michael O'Rourke is in left. Jacob Salazar is the shortstop. Benny Lo Cicero in right. Matt Saps is your second baseman. Matt Termini is the third baseman. And behind the plate is Anthony Millo. Don Mattingly hitting .333 with 23 homers and 99 runs batted in. First pitch outside and low for ball 1. Angels are in last place in the American League West. In the dirt, count is 2 balls and no strikes. And he yanks it down the first base line into the seats out of play. Count is 2 balls and 1 strike. That's a line drive, a base hit to right center field. And with 1 out, the Knights have a base runner. Hit number 195 on the season for Don Mattingly. He's chasing that 200 hit mark. He's got a half a month to go. I'm sure he'll get there. So next up, second baseman, Chris Ramos. .355, 59 homers, 153 runs batted in. All 3 categories lead the American League. He's shooting for the Triple Crown. Runner at first and 1 out. A little late on the curveball, strike 1. Mattingly leads off first. Chase the high fastball, count is quickly, no balls and 2 strikes. A little anxious at the plate. And that's a line drive the other way. It is a base hit to left. And the first 2 runners are on. I'm going to check that. Wild pitch, backed up by the catcher. No advance in the base paths. It's runners at first and second and 1 away. Here in the bottom of the first. So he was down 0-2 and he laid it right in there. Line drive over the head of the shortstop. So next up is the cleanup man, Michael O'Rourke, the left fielder, hitting .339. Michael has 35 homers. He also has 27 stolen bases. He's a complete player. That is high. It is far. It is foul ball. A long strike 1. Almost had himself a 3-run homer, but count is 0-1. Late on the high fastball, count is 0-2 on Michael. Mattingly leads off second. Ramos leads off first. And that is a lazy fly ball to left center field. There is Acuna. Acuna Jr. makes the catch for the second out of the inning. So next up is the shortstop, Jacob Salazar, switch hitter batting from the left side. He's hitting .328, 16 homers, and 94 runs batted in. And he carries a 9-game hitting streak into this contest. Fouls off the first pitch, strike one. Outside, count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Two balls, 1 strike. And that is a shallow fly ball to right field. J.J. Bleday makes the catch to retire the side. So they strand 2. And at the end of 1 inning of play, there's no score here at Classic Yankee Stadium. So we go to the top of the 2nd inning. J.J. Bleday, the right fielder, is hitting .273, 16 homers, 59 runs batted in. He steps up to lead off against Joey Pollard. Pitch misses outside and low, ball 1. It's a tight strike zone. That's a line drive to center, but there is Margot for the first out. Barely has to move. Defensive alignment for the Bronx Knights in the outfield from left to right is Mike O'Rourke, Manuel Margot, and Benny Locicero. And in the infield is Termini, Salazar, Saps, Mattingly, with Anthony Millo behind home plate. So next up, with 1 away, is Domingo Santana, the DH, sitting .281, 20 homers and 57 runs batted in. Swings at the first pitch, skies it the other way to right, and there's 2 away. So with 2 down, Matt Beatty steps in. Matt Beatty is the first baseman, hitting .235, 10 homers, 39 runs batted in. At the knees, strike 1. Yesterday, Matt Beatty was 0 for 4. Circle change hits the outside corner. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on Beatty. That's a deep drive that's curling into the seats and out of play. Fine drive. Nice play. Oh, it's almost got him. They had E4 they're calling. My goodness, I can't believe it. Why would they be giving him an error on that? I think that's a mistake by the... Well, in any event, Jahmai Jones is up. There's still 2 away, runner at first. He's hitting .245 on the season. I'm not sure what the error was for, but Jones pulls the 2-seam fastball foul for strike 1. Line drive past the grab of Mattingly and into right field. It is a base hit. So after 2 away, an error, questionable error, and a base hit leads to 2 on and 2 out. So the Angels have a threat. Let's watch the replay. Next up is Bo Naylor, the catcher. .261, 12 homers, 52 runs batted in. Pitch is low, ball 1. Fouls off the circle change. Count is 1 ball and 1 strike on Bo. Bo was an American League All-Star this season. Outside corner, strike 2. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Grounds it weakly to the first baseman. Mattingly takes it himself, steps on the bag, and the side is retired. So after an inning and a half, there's still no score here in the Bronx. So we go to the bottom of the 2nd inning. Up steps the right fielder, Benny Locicero. He's hitting .303 with 33 homers and 121 RBIs. leading off here in the bottom of the second against Reed Foley. And that's a swing at the first pitch. He drives it deep to right field to the warning track. Right center field, Acuna makes the catch. One pitch, one away. Gave it a ride. Defensive alignment for the Angels in the outfield from left to right. We have Floyd, Acuna Jr., and Blade. And in the infield is Nolan Arenado, Jeremy Pena, Jahmai Jones, Matt Beatty, and Bo Naylor behind the plate. So next up is the second baseman, Matt Saps. 312, 30 homers, 102 RBIs. Checks the swing, pitches high, ball one. And it's a slow roller down the third base line. Pitcher from foul territory makes the throw. It's not in time. That's an infield single, a swinging bunt hit for Matthew Saps. And with one out, they have a base runner. It's just... Next up is the third baseman, Matt Termini. He's hitting .325 on the season. Quick throw to first. Saps is back. Pitch out, but nothing doing. Count is 1 ball and no strikes on Termini. Matt Termini doesn't have a lot of power, but he does have 75 RBIs from the number 8 spot. So, and he's hitting .325, so. Checks the swing, pitches inside, off the plate, 2 balls and no strikes. Saps leads off first, 1 out here in the bottom of the second. No score here in the Bronx. And he's a little late on the breaking ball, 2 balls and 1 strike. Fouls it down the first base line. Checks the swing, curveball's outside. Hitters count. 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 away. Runner leads off first. Here's the pitch from Foley. Grounds it down the third base line from foul territory. Jump throw by Arenado in time at first. Beautiful play. Now the runner moves to second, which is Saps. So he's in scoring position with 2 outs, but it was a great play by Nolan. Fielded it at the line. His momentum carried him into foul territory. Jump throw, and he got him at first. So Anthony Millo, the catcher, hitting .253, 10 homers, 58 runs batted in, is up there with 2 outs and a runner in scoring position. Let's see if he can get him home with a single. Nope. Swings at the first pitch, pops it up into short, left center field. And the shortstop makes the catch to retire the side. So after 2 innings of baseball here in the Bronx, still no score. Top of the third, lineup turns over for the Angels. Cliff Floyd is 0 for 1. Steps in for his second plate appearance against Joey Pollard. In there, strike 1. Swing and a miss at the curveball. Count is no balls and 2 strikes on Floyd. Cliff Floyd, if my memory serves, played for the New York Mets somewhere around the 90s or 2000s. And he slashes the ball the other way, out of play into the seats. Count remains no balls and 2 strikes. I remember him being a good player. I don't think he was a Hall of Famer, but he was a good player. Fouls off the circle change. Count remains 0-2. That's a deep drive, slicing into the seats and out of play. Misses low, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss out in front of the changeup. That's the first out here in the 3rd inning. Second strikeout of the game from Pollard. So next up is Jeremy Pena, the shortstop. Grounded out in the first. He's 1 for 5 in the series. That's a ground ball, base hit through the right side. 1 out single for Pena. Ground ball with eyes. Here's the replay. diving attempt by Mattingly first, but got past him. So, center fielder Ronald Acuna Jr. is up. He singled in the first inning. He's got a runner at first here. And he fouls off the two-seam fastball, strike one. High strike, but called a strike by the home plate umpire. The count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on Acuna. Out in front of the knuckle curve, he strikes him out. It's the second out of the inning and 3rd strikeout from Pollard. My goodness, got him way out in front of that curveball. So next up is Arenado. Runner at first and 2 away. He struck out in the first inning. And he pops it up on the right side, out of play, strike one. There was a 3-game series earlier in the season where Arenado hit 6 home runs in 3 games. He slashes it to right, but nice running catch by Lo Cicero to retire the side. So, 2.5 complete here at Classic Yankee Stadium. There's still no score. So bottom of the 3rd, lineup turns over for the Knights. Manuel Margot is up. Grounded out in the first inning. Foley sets and delivers. Pitches outside, ball 1. Low, 2 balls and no strikes. Lazy fly ball to right. Blade is there. He makes the catch for the first out here in the bottom of the 3rd. So the American League West standings, as you can see, the Knights, Bronx Knights, are 97-51 to lead the division. They're actually the division champs here in mid-September. And the LA Angels are in last place, 36.5 games back. So next up with 1 away here in the bottom of the 3rd is Don Mattingly. Singled in the first inning, hitting .334. Pitches low, ball 1. That's 195 hits for Donnie Baseball. Pitches high, 2 balls and no strikes. Don Mattingly was a player on the New York Yankees in the 80s and 90s. He was an all-star, not quite a Hall of Famer, but won a lot of Gold Gloves, won some batting championships. Slices it into the seats. Count is 2 balls and 1 strike. He was the 1985 American League's most valuable player. And there was a 4 or 5 year span. Breaks his bat. Running is Arenado. Will not get there. Just a foul ball. Count is 2 balls and 2 strikes. So there was a good 3-4 year span where he was the best player in the American League. But then a back injury robbed him of his power. Full count. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Checks his swing, did he? No, he did not swing, according to third base umpire. That's a walk. 1 out walk here in the bottom of the 3rd for Mattingly. Next up is Chris Ramos, the switch-hitting second baseman who's playing designated hitter today to get a half a day off. He had a hit in the first inning. Pitches outside, ball 1. So Chris Ramos is grounded into 17 double plays this season, but he was also driven in 153 runs to lead the American League. And that ball is high. It is far. It is gonzo. That is home run number 60 on the season. 6-0 for Chris Ramos. And the score is now 2-0 Bronx Knights lead. It's RBI's number 154 and 155 on the season. And obviously he's the front runner for the American League's most valuable player. Beast! Let's watch this replay. Taking advantage of that short porch in Classic Yankee Stadium. Question is, there's 12, 13 games left. How hot can he get? How many can he get? Michael O'Rourke steps up. He flew out in the first. There's 1 out here in the 3rd. Pitches outside, ball 1. It's a 2-0 lead for the Bronx Knights. And that is skied to left center field. Racing over is Acuna Jr. He makes the catch for the second out. So with 2 away, up steps Jacob Salazar, 0 for 1. 2 down here in the bottom of the third. Base is clear. And that's a deep drive towards the gap. Will he get there? Yes, he will. Nice running catch by Acuna in right center field. So, at the end of 3, it's a 2-0 lead for the Bronx Knights thanks to this. Home run number 60 from Chris Ramos. So we'll go to the top of the 4th. Up steps J.J. Bleday, I believe. Yes, it is. He's the right fielder. He lined out in the 2nd inning. Pitch from Pollard. At the knees, strike 1. Bleday was 1 for 4 yesterday, but he had one was a triple. Lazy fly ball the other way. O'Rourke is there in left to make the catch, and there's 1 out. So, wins leaders in the American League. His teammate Eli Ramos has got 20 wins. As you can see, Joey's at 17. If the score stays the way it is, he'll get to 18. So next up with 1 down is Domingo Santana, who flew out in the 2nd. He's 0 for 1. In there, strike 1 with the fastball. Domingo is 7 for his last 15 at the plate. Just gets a piece. Fouls it off behind home plate. Count is 0-2. Out in front of the breaking ball. Struck him out. There's 2 away. Joey Pollard's 4th strikeout of the game. So Beatty reached on an error in the 2nd. Debatable. Should have been a base hit, but checks the swing, pitches low, ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. But he was given a hit by the official scorer, but so we won't.
1-1.
Outside corner. Count evens 1 ball and 1 strike on Beatty. And that's a deep drive, headed for the 3-14 sign. It is gone. That is a home run from Matt Beatty. A solo shot dings off the foul pole in right field. Check that. Yes, in right field. Beatty's 11th homer of the season, and he just cut this lead in half. It's 2-1. Bronx Knights lead. Let's watch the replay. See where off top of that it hit. Come on, show it. Show it. Show it. There we go. Doing. So, 2 away here in the top of the 4th. Jahmai Jones, the 2nd baseman, has a single already. Now he's got a single, another single. He'll make a big turn at first, but hold. So it's a 2-out single. So after getting the first 2 outs, Joey Pollard gives up a homer and a hard line drive single over the head of Matt Termini. And the fans are starting to get a little restless. So next up is Bo Naylor, grounded out in the 2nd inning. He's 0 for 1. It's going. Throwdown is in time. He nailed him. Anthony Millo nails him for the final out of the inning. Let's see the replay. Look at his throw, right on the money. Nice tag by Salazar. And at the end of 4, check that. Halfway through the 4th, it's 2-1. So, bottom of the 4th, Benny Cicero is 1 for 6 in this series. Flew out, 0 for 1. It's been a little bit of a mini slump lately. Backdoor slider, strike 1. Benny has 33 homers on the season. That's good for 3rd on the team behind Ramos and Michael O'Rourke. That's a deep drive, high fly ball heading for the seats. He does not get it. Almost brought it back from the stands. Count is 0-2. Checks the swing inside off the plate. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Nasty curve. Almost got him swinging. And that's a deep drive towards the right center field gap. And it's going to 1-hop to the wall. Rounding first and headed to second is Lo Cicero. He's going to be in there. So it's a double, his 30th of the season to lead off the bottom of the fourth. Look at this. No chance for either fielder. So they have a runner in scoring position for Matt Saps with nobody out. Saps has a single in this game already. Just gets a piece of the slider. Count is 0-1. Inside. No. Called a strike. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on Saps. My goodness. Big strike zone. Lo Cicero leads off second. Did he check it? Yes, he did, according to the first base umpire. So the count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Outside, count evens at 2-2. Checks his swing. Outside, count goes full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Matt Termini is on deck. Here comes the payoff pitch from Reed Foley. He did not swing. The pitch was inside, ball 4. So now there will be runners at first and second with nobody out. So Termini is 0-1. 2 runners on, nobody out here in the bottom of the fourth. Bronx Knights have a 1-run lead. Outside, ball 1. Termini's hitting .338 with runners in scoring position, so he's comfortable with that runner down at second base. Grounds it to the third baseman, tags the runner, throws to third in time, double play. So now there are 2 away with a runner at second. So nice play by Nolan Arenado. Tags the runner heading to third and then throws across in time. So Anthony Millo popped out in the second inning. He's 0-1. Again, he has a runner in scoring position with 2 outs. And he's late on the low fastball, strike 1. Last game, he's 1 for 2 with a single. I'm sure he had a walk or 2, probably. Pitch is low, 1 ball and 1 strike on the catcher. Anthony had a terrible first half of the season, but he's been trying to rebound here in the second half. Chases the high fastball, count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. And it's a lazy fly ball to right field. Blade makes the catch, and the side is retired. So, the end of 4. Still a 1-run lead. Bronx Knights lead 2-1. We go to the top of the 5th. Up steps Bo Naylor, 0-1. Bo Naylor is the catcher. Pitch is low and inside, ball 1. Bo was 0-4 with 2 strikeouts yesterday. Ground ball to the third baseman, Termini. Routine play, 1 away. Nice play by Termini. Sometimes you take the easy plays for granted. The ERA leaders in the American League, Ryan Yarborough of the Baltimore Orioles leads the American League. As you can see, Joey Pollard and Eli Ramos, his teammate, are on the list. So, lineup turns over for the Angels. Cliff Floyd is up, he's 0-2. Low ball 1. Cliff had a home run yesterday. Outside corner with the circle change, count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike on Cliff. Grounder to the shortstop. Salazar throws across in time, 2 away.
Now batting, shortstop.
Jeremy Pena singled in the 3rd inning. He's 1 for 2. He's up there with 2 outs. Inside corner, strike one. Jeremy has 27 doubles on the season. Pretty decent. That's a deep drive to center, but Manuel Margot is there and makes the catch. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Joey Pollard. And after 4.5, Bronx Knights lead the Angels 2-1. So we go to the bottom of the fifth. Margot steps up. He's 0 for 2. Reed Foley sets and delivers. Slow roller to the third baseman. Throws across his body. In time. One away. One pitch. One away. Nice play by Jeremy Pena. Next up is Don Mattingly. He's 2 for 5 with an RBI in this series. He has a hit today. In there, strike one. Outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. Don Mattingly also won a batting title in 1984. And he did it just like that by lashing singles to right. It's a 1-out single for Mattingly, the second hit of the ball game. That's number 196. Hits leaders on the team. As you can see, Chris Ramos leads the team with 206. Mattingly's there with 196. So speaking of Chris Ramos, he's up. He's 2 for 2 with a single and a home run. His 2-run home run in his last at-bat. Pitch is outside, ball 1. So he has 60 homers and 155 runs batted in. Outside, 2 balls and no strikes. He's pitching to him very carefully. Switch hitter batting from the left side against the righty Foley. Late on the 2-seamer, count is 2 balls and 1 strike. A little anxious, swinging at a high pitch. Hitters count, 3 balls and 1 strike. Mike O'Rourke is on deck. Mattingly leads off first with 1 away here in the bottom of the 5th. Swing and a miss at the fastball. Count goes full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. I don't think the runner will be off on this 3-2 count with 1 out. I think he'll stay put. Ground ball scooped by Blade, throws it into right field. It's an error by the first baseman, and by the time that ball gets back in, it's going to be first and third with nobody out. So it's an E3 on Matt Beatty. Makes a great diving catch, and from his knees throws to second for the force, throws it into the outfield. So Michael O'Rourke steps up. He's 2 for 7 in the series. He doesn't have a hit today yet, but he's got runners at first and third and only 1 out. And that's a deep fly ball. Well, medium depth actually. And he's tagging. Strong throw to the plate is up the line. It's an RBI sacrifice fly by Michael O'Rourke, and the score is now 3-1 Knights lead. So we got the job done. It wasn't as deep as I thought for sure that it would be a better throw at the plate, but I guess Cliff Floyd doesn't have the arm. So Jacob Salazar is 0 for 2. Runner at first and 2 outs. Here it's a 3-1 ball game for the Knights. Pitch is outside, ball 1.
Ball 1, no strike.
So O'Rourke is down at first, I believe. Pitch is high, 2 balls and no strikes. Actually, no, it can't be O'Rourke. It has to be Ramos at first base, I would assume. And it's a hard ground ball to the shortstop, throws to second for the force, and the side is retired. So it's an official ball game. On a sacrifice fly by Michael O'Rourke, Bronx Knights lead 3-1. So we'll go to the top of the 6th. Up steps Ronald Acuna Jr. He's 1 for 2 today with a single. Lazy fly ball to right, into the seats, out of play, strike 1. Ground ball Deep in the hole. Jump throw from Saps. Not in time. It's a base hit. At least it should be a base hit to lead off. So the tying run will come to the plate here in the top of the 6th inning. The very dangerous Nolan Arenado steps in. Pitch is high and inside, ball 1. And he skies it to right. There is Lo Cicero. He makes the catch for the first out. Next up is JJ Bleday. It's 0 for 2. Runner at first and 1 away. Outside corner, strike 1. Quick throw to first. He's back. Misses off the plate. 1 ball and 1 strike. Pitch is low. 2 balls and 1 strike.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Fouls it back behind home plate. Count is 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runner at first here in the top of the 6th. It's a 3-1 lead for the Knights. That's a deep drive. Chasing it down is Margot. He makes a running catch in left center field. Nice range. Covered a lot of real estate in order to get that ball, and there's 2 away. Impressive. So, Domingo Santana with 2 out, steps up. He's 0 for 2. In there, strike 1. 96 on the radar gun. Wow, wide strike zone. Knuckle curves in there for strike 2. My goodness. I'm not sure how I feel about that pitch, but I'll take it. Swing and a miss, strike 3, side is retired. So after 5.5, Bronx Knights 3, Angels of Anaheim 1. We go to the bottom of the 6th. In relief is Alex Wood. It's 10-7 with a 6 ERA, 6.00 earned run average. He will face a left-handed hitter, Benny Lo Cicero, who doubled in the 4th. He's 1 for 2. Lefty pitcher versus lefty hitter. Outside corner with the 2-seamer, strike 1.
Nope.
Changeup is low, 1 ball and 1 strike.
That's ball
2 balls, 1 strike.
You got 2 balls, 1 strike.
Missed low again. On the edge, count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Now he's got to be in protect mode. Let's see. And he lines it over the head. 1 hop to the right fielder. And that's a leadoff single for Benny against the left-hander. Tough left-hander, too. Takes it almost off the carpet and lines it. So it's 1 out. It's a single to lead off the inning. Matt Saps will step up. 2 right-handers are warming in the Angels bullpen. Matt Saps has a single in the 2nd inning. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 6th. And that's a line drive caught by the second baseman. Positioned perfectly. So there's 1 away. Matt Termini is 0 for 2. Checks his swing. 2-seam fastballs outside, ball 1. Two balls and no strikes. Lo Cicero leads off first. 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. It's a 3-1 lead. And he pulls it, line drive into the seats. 2 balls and 1 strike. out in front. Slow roller to the shortstop. Tosses to second for the force. Over to first, not in time. It's a fielder's choice out at second. Termini will be at first with 2 down. It's a nice play to get the lead runner. Threw across his body to Jahmai Jones. And then the throw was late to first. So next up is the catcher, Anthony Millo. He's 0 for 2. Termini will lead off first with 2 down. Checks his swing, pitches low, ball 1.
That's a ball.
2 balls and no strikes.
2 balls, no strikes. Ball. Man.
Low yet again. 3-0 count. Will he have the green light on 3-0? No, he won't, because I have the controller, and I don't swing at 3-0. He's taking a pitch. Inside corner. 3 balls, 1 strike. Now the shackles are off. Let's go. Let's swing. Give it to me. Pulls it down at third base line. Sliding catch. Throws to second. In time. Great play by Nolan Arenado. So the side is retired. End of 6. It's a 2-run lead for the Bronx Knights. It's Bronx 3, Los Angeles 1. So we go to the top of the 7th. Up steps Matt Beatty, who in the 4th inning did this, a solo shot. At that point, they were down 2-0. He made it 2-1 as it hit the foul pole. Let's watch it. Boing! So he's responsible for the only run on the scoreboard for the Angels of Anaheim. In there, strike 1. Fouls back the circle change. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes. And he fouls it off. Chases a outside fastball. Count remains no balls and 2 strikes on the leadoff hitter here in the top of the 7th.
Ball.
Misses low. 1 ball and 2
Count,
strikes.
1 and 2.
And again, fouls it upstairs down the third base line. 1 and 2. Swing and a miss at the curveball, and there's 1 out here in the 7th. That's strikeout number 6 for Pollard. Just out in front of the breaking ball. So next up is Jahmai Jones. He's got 2 hits today. He's 2 for 2, 3 for 5 in this series. Outside corner with the 2-seam fastball, strike 1. So he seems to have Pollard's number today. Tries to bunt his way on, pops it up, but it's a foul ball. Can't jump out of his crouch fast enough to catch the pop-up. So 0-2 on Jones. Swing and a miss, the inside fastball. Strikeout number 7, and there are 2 away. Team leaders in ERA, so this is for the team. The first place Tampa Bay Rays lead the American League with a 4.06. The Knights, first place in the American League West, are in second place, 4.37. So 2 best teams in the American League have the 2 best pitching staffs. Bo Naylor up with 2 away here in the top of the 7th. He's 0 for 2. Slow roller, charging is Termini on the infield grass, throws across. Nice play to retire the side. So get up and stretch, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for the 7th inning stretch. Bronx Knights lead 3-1. Let's take a sip of my coffee. In the bottom of the 7th, Manuel Margot leads off against Alex Wood. And that's a 1-hopper to the shortstop. Over to first, 1 pitch, 1 away. Don Mattingly is 2 for 2. Single twice, scored 2 runs. Left-handed hitter versus left-handed pitcher. High strike. Count is 0-1. Checked the swing, but it was in there. And that's a line drive to center, but no, it drops in there. I thought for sure it was into right center field. I thought for sure that Acuna Jr. would race that down. But honestly, he seemed maybe lost it in the lights. He seemed to lackadaisical in his pursuit. At the very least, he could have dove. So, Mattingly has his third hit of the game. Chris Ramos steps to the plate. And in the third inning, he did this, a 2-run homer, number 60 on his season. How many can he get before the season ends? We'll find out. So switch hitter batting from the right side against the lefty Alex Wood. It's 2 for 3. Swing and a miss at the changeup out in front. Strike is 0-1. Count is 0-1. Mattingly leads off first with 1 away here in the bottom of the 7th. Knuckle curve is low. Counted evens at 1 ball and 1 strike.
Ball, that pitch is out.
Outside. Checked his swing. Count is 2 balls and 1 strike. Generous strike zone. Hard ground ball, base hit through the box. It's a hit to center field. There's runners at first and at second, with only 1 out. Ramos has 3 hits in today's game. Line drive at the shoe tops that went right over the mound in the second base bag. So, Michael O'Rourke is 0 for 2 officially. He does have a sacrifice fly. Checks the swing, inside off the plate, ball 1. Left-handed hitter against the lefty Alex Wood. 2 runners on, 1 away. Outside, 2 balls and no strikes. Michael's average with runners in scoring position is a notch lower than his regular season average, which is interesting. 3 balls and no strikes. Will he have the green light? No, he will not. He is sitting pretty at 3-0 and taking a pitch to load the bases if they will allow it. Nope, in there with the 2-seam fastball. So hitters count. The handcuffs are off. 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. 2 runners lead on the bases. And he jacks up and swings from the heels at the knuckle curve and misses. The count goes full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Pitch is just low. He just missed the strike zone. And the bases are now loaded. And Wood, it looks unhappy with that call. He thought he had called strike 3. So Jacob Salazar steps up and Emmanuel Clace steps out of the bullpen for the Angels. Appearance number 70 on the season. He's 4-1 with a 3.87 earned run average. He will face the switch hitting shortstop Jacob Salazar, who happens to be 0 for 3 today. He will bat from the left side against the righty Emmanuel Clace. Bases are loaded with 1 out. Jams him. Foul territory. Racing over, making the catch in foul territory near the dugout is Nolan Arenado on the defense. He's been all over the field today. So there's 2 away now with the bases loaded. So Benny Cicero, who in the month of August hit a grand slam home run, he has 2 for 3 today, and he has the bases loaded with 2 out. Cut fastball misses the outside corner, strike 1. Check that, ball 1, 1-0. Fastball, 99 on the radar gun, misses outside. 2 balls and no strikes, and nowhere to put Benny Cicero because the bases are loaded. 3 balls, no strikes. Will he have the green light? Like I said before, he will not. 2 pitchers warming in the Angels bullpen, Carlos Parra and John Brevia. I'm putting the controller down. I'm letting him throw me a ball if he wants to. See where he puts it. In there, strike 1. So hitters count. Throw me a strike. I'm going to hit it out. Let's go. Fouls off the 100-mile-an-hour fastball. Count goes full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the 7th. All the runners will be in motion. Here comes the payoff pitch. Ground ball to the second baseman. Fields fires. Got him. And the side is retired. So they leave the bases loaded here in the bottom of the 7th. But the Bronx Knights, at the end of 7, lead by 2. It's 3-1. Welcome to the stream. Please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for joining me. So it's the top of the 8th in this matchup at Classic Yankee Stadium between the Bronx Knights and the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. Joey Pollard is going for win number 18. He's got a 2-run lead, as you can see. And Cliff Floyd fouls off pitch number 1. Cliff is 0 for 3 today. Swing and a miss, chases the circle change, and quickly the count is no balls and 2 strikes on the leadoff man. Fouls it down the line, foul ball. Count remains no balls and 2 strikes. So this is a created franchise called the Bronx Knights. They're wedged into the American League West. Fouls it off. Count remains 0-2. They're wedged into the American League West. It's the middle of September, and the Knights have already won the division. Line drive the other way, late on the fastball. And now it's just a question of how many games will they win before the playoffs. Slow roller to Mattingly. Decides to take it himself. Foot race to the bag. He beats Cliff for the first out. League leaders, complete games. Joey Pollard's on the list. He's got 4 complete games. More than anyone else on the staff for the Bronx Knights. It's going to be tough to catch Greg Maddux, though, at 7. Jeremy Payne is 1 for 3 with a single. And that's a line drive the other way, strike 1. And I don't think that with 85 pitches he's going to make it through this game. And that's a low line drive towards the right center field gap. He's making the turn, throw to third, throw to second is not in time. He legs out a double, 1-out double for Jeremy Pena, double number 28 on the season. And now, not only is he in scoring position, but here in the top of the 8th, the tying run will come to the plate. Oh, damn. So, Acuna Jr. steps up. We're going to the bullpen. And we're going to warm up Dylan Betances. And we're going to warm up... we're just going to warm up Dylan Betances. And we're going to we're going to go for a mound visit. As you can see, Joey Pollard has no energy left. So this is a tough call. You know what? I love you, Joey. But I don't like the sound in your voice. I'm going to the bullpen. No. He's staying in. Let's go, Joey. In there, strike 1. I have a feeling that this might be his last batter of the game. Breaking ball, circle change in there, strike 2. Lines it, but foul. Count remains no balls and 2 strikes. Deep drive. Back goes Lo Cicero to the track. The wall makes the catch for out number 2. That was a few feet from the tie ball game. And the manager has seen enough. That will be all. He's not facing Nolan Arenado. Dylan Betances is. Let's warm up John Smoltz and put Dylan Betances in the game. So the manager, Don Mattingly, the 50-year-old version of Don Mattingly, because obviously the 25-year-old version plays first base. He says, give me the ball. I want the right-hander. Setup man, Dylan Betances. He's pitched in 55 games. He's 3-3, 2.81 earned run average. He has 82 strikeouts and just under 58 innings pitched. So he's pitched well. Nolan Arenado is 0 for 3. And he's late on it, slicing into the seats, strike 1. Arenado in this fictional universe is 2 for 10 against Betances with 2 strikeouts. Checks the swing, outside fastball, strike 2. 99 on the radar gun. Tries to tease him with the slider, but count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Attendance 51,048 here in Classic Yankee Stadium. That's pretty much a sellout. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, side retired. 7.5. Knights lead 3-1. Leading off, Matt Saps. He's 1 for 2. Steps up in the bottom of the 8th. It's a 2-run lead for the Knights. Clace is still out there.
That's outside.
Checks his swing. Ball 1. And he rolls over on it. It's a foul ball. Strike 1. Count as 1 ball and 1 strike. Chases the 100-mile-an-hour fastball. Count as 1 ball and 2 strikes. Triple digits on the radar gun. My goodness. Clace brings the heat. Just gets a piece of the cut fastball. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. He's fighting off these 100-mile-an-hour fastballs. Line drive, foul ball down the third base line. Up the middle, bouncing, fielded, shortstop throws to first in time. Nice play by Jeremy Pena at short. My goodness, what a great play. So Matt Termini is 0 for 3 today. He's 1 for 7 in this series so far. He's up there with 1 out. Inside off the plate with the cut fastball. 101 miles an hour, but it's ball 1. And he fouls off the fastball. Count as 1 ball and 1 strike. A little late on the fastball. Count as 1 and 2. Having difficulty catching up. In there with the fastball. Just blew it by him. So 2 away. Anthony Millo's up. He's 0 for 3. And that's a deep drive to right center, left center field. Back goes Cliff Floyd at the track looking up. It's gone. It's a solo home run for Anthony Millo, number 11 on the season. And it's Millo time, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, yeah. The score is 4-1. Bronx Knights here with 2 outs in the 8th. Sometimes it's Millo time. Let's watch a replay. Oh, just kept going. Cliff Floyd thought he had it measured. Jumps at the wall just out of his outstretched glove. So the score is now 4-1. So, with 2 outs in the 8th, up steps Manuel Margot, who's 0 for 4. And that's a line drive base hit up the middle. So with 2 outs on Clace, for Clace, they get a homer and a single, back-to-back. Next up is Don Mattingly. Don Mattingly, I believe, is 3 for 3. Got the average up to 337. Oh, he got away. Might be a pass ball. Throw to second is not in time, so he swung. So it'll be a strike. But on the pass ball by Bo Naylor, Margot goes to second, so he's in scoring position where a single may bring him home. It's interesting. Inside with the fastball, cut fastball. Count as 1 ball and 1 strike. Don Mattingly's hitting .414 with runners in scoring position this season. 2 balls and 1 strike. He's actually looking for RBI number 100, and this would be a nice time to get that century mark. In there, count evens, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at second. Bottom of the 8th, 3-run lead for the Knights. Here comes the pitch from Clace. Outside, full count, 3-2. Chris Ramos is on deck. Here comes the payoff pitch. And he yanks it, but right at J.J. Bleday and right to retire the side. But the home run by Anthony Millo gives them an insurance run. And we go to the 9th. Last licks for the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. They need 3 to tie. Can they do it? So, first man up is J.J. Bleday. He's 0 for 3. Dylan Betances is still out there. Inside corner with the fastball, strike 1. Grounds the curveball. Check that. The slider foul count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on Blade. Swing and a miss. 2-seam fastball. And that's the first out. Line score for Joey Pollard. 7 2/3, 7 hits, 1 earned run, no walks, 7 strikeouts. He is the pitcher of record. If they hold the lead here in the 9th, he wins his 18th game of the season. So next up is Domingo Santana. It's 0 for 3. Ground ball to the second baseman. Saps fields, fires, and there's 2 away. And the Angels of Anaheim are down to their final out.
Next to the Angels, the first baseman,
So Matt Beatty hit a solo home run. He's responsible for the only run on the board, but now he represents the final out of the game. And we're going to go to the bullpen and bring in John Smoltz for the last out of the game. John Smoltz, Hall of Famer.
now pitching.
43rd game, he's 4-2. He has 28 saves. ERA is 3.35. He has 57 strikeouts and only 43 innings pitched. His job is to get Matt Beatty to end this game. Fouls it back behind home plate, strike 1. Fans are on their feet, hoping for a strikeout. In there with the slider, strike 2, and the Angels are down to their final strike of the game. Fouls off the splitter, and he stays alive. Count remains 0-2. Inside off the plate, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, strike 3, ball game over. Bronx Knights win 4-1. So they win the second of the, they win 2 games out of the 3. So at this point right now, that's win number 98 on the season. They're 98-51. They've already won, they already clinched the division. They won the first 2 games of this 3-game set against the Angels, so they're going for win. They're going to get the brooms out tomorrow, or perhaps tonight. I may just continue right now. The win goes to Joey Pollard. He's win number 18 on the season. He's chasing his teammate, who has 20 wins. Let's do this from the scorecard. Bronx Knights, 4 runs, 11 hits, 1 error. Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim, 1 run, 7 hits, 1 error. Joey Pollard wins his 18th. Sean Reed Foley gets the loss. John Smoltz gets the save, number 29. And Joey Pollard is the player of the game. Chris Ramos also 3 for 4 with a homer and 2 RBIs. So, this has been a broadcast of Bronx Knights Baseball. I'm RC Robbin. Please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. I'm going to play another one, so hang out. Or if you're jumping in now, stick around. Instead of ending the stream, I'm going to go exit post-game, confirm exit. That was win number 98 on the season. We're going for win number 99. This is game number 150 that I am about to begin. Okay, I own 4 of those. I'm going to sell it as a gift. Apparently, they want to give me a minor league ball club as a gift. Joey Pollard, as you can see in the upper left-hand corner of the screen, is 18-4 with a 3.25 earned run average. We've won 3 in a row now, and now we're going for the LA Angels, the closeout acquisitions. I'm going to check it real quick because I don't like those yellow exclamation marks. Green transaction has to do with Indians calling up someone to the majors, and the Diamondbacks calling someone up to the majors. Okay, so let's go back to, as you can see, it says Bronx Knights on the left side of the screen, 98-51. Joey Pollard got the win, 18-4. Sean Reed Foley's 10-14. Smoltz, 29th save. Let's jump into game 2 of this quote-unquote doubleheader. Let's finish out this series and try to get the sweep against the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. It is a Sunday afternoon game. Eli Ramos is going to go for win number 21. He's 20-5. The organization's games. Play game, okay. Play full game. We are the home team, as you already know. Classic Yankee Stadium. Looks good. Eli Ramos going for the start. Jacob is going to take the day off. Francisco Lindor is going to play shortstop. Let's see. I think Matt Saps will hit here. Termini will hit here. And Lindor will hit 9th so that it's 2 hitters in a row. I like it. Let's rock and roll. As you can see, for the batting average in the American League here in middle September, second baseman Chris Ramos, 358. He's got a strong lead. Here are the lineups. Bronx Knights are a created franchise in MLB The Show 20 for PlayStation 4. 98 wins. They've already clinched the division. Now it's a question of how many wins can I get in these last handful of games before the playoffs and hopefully the World Series. Welcome to the stream. I'm RC Robbin. Please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel if you happen to be watching it on YouTube. So, welcome for this American League West matchup as the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim visit the Bronx Knights here at Classic Yankee Stadium. Let's rock and roll. On the mound for the Knights is Eli Ramos. He's making his 31st start of the season. He's a 20-game winner. 20-5, 3.71 earned run average. He is the front runner for the Cy Young Award this season. We'll see what happens. And leading off for the Angels is Cliff Floyd. 272, 33 homers, 68 runs batted in. Here comes the first pitch of the game. In there, strike one. In case you're wondering, the difficulty level for this game is set to All-Star. That's Don Mattingly at first base and Benny Locicero in right field. So before we go any further, just for accountability's sake, options, gameplay, hitting difficulty, All-Star, and pitching difficulty, All-Star. So not that it's so difficult. There are people that are better than that, but that's what I play at, and it makes me happy. Fouls off the fastball. Count is no balls and 2 strikes on the leadoff man. In there with the split finger fastball. Strikes him out looking for the first out of the game. Floyd does not like the call. Here's the replay. Too close to take. So Jeremy Pena, the shortstop, 239, 6 homers, 31 runs batted in. Steps up there with 1 out. Just misses outside, according to the home plate umpire. Ball 1. Fouls it off upstairs behind home plate. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike on Pena. Inside, 2-1. 97 degrees and partly cloudy in middle September in the Bronx, New York. Mid-September, 97 degrees. That'll be August. I cry foul. Swing and a miss at the fastball. Count evens 2 balls and 2 strikes on Jeremy. Yeah, it's not 97 degrees in New York in middle September. Ground ball to terminate at third. Routine play. Throws across in time, and there's 2 away. So, starting lineup for the Angels. Cliff Floyd is in left. Jeremy Pena is the shortstop. Acuna Jr. is the center fielder. Nolan Arenado is the third. J.J. Bleday is in right. The designated hitter is Domingo Santana. Matt Beatty is at first. Jahmai Jones is at second. And batting ninth is Bo Naylor playing the catcher. Acuna Jr. is hitting 298. Steps up with 2 outs. And he hits a deep drive to left. O'Rourke goes back to the wall. Looking up. That ball is gone. Just like that, the Angels take an early 1-0 lead on Acuna Jr.'s 25th homer of the season. A solo shot. And it's 1-0 Angels. My God. Quieted the crowd quickly. Let's look at the replay. Just scooped it. No chance for O'Rourke to climb that wall. So, still 2 outs. The dangerous Nolan Arenado steps up. 271, 28 homers, 69 RBIs. He was last year's Silver Slugger Award winner for the American League for the third baseman position. Pitches outside, ball 1. This is game number 150 of 162. In there, strike 1, count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Bronx Knights are going for win number 99. Fastball in there, strike 2. Pulls the split finger fastball foul. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the first. The LA Angels have an early 1-0 lead. Chases a fastball, fouls it off down the third baseline. Slow roller to the mound. Ramos, Eli Ramos that is, makes the throw to first to retire the side, but not before Acuna Jr. hits this, a solo shot. And after half an inning of play, it's the Angels 1, the Bronx Knights coming to bat. So, bottom of the first, pitching is Jackson Rutledge. Probably a call-up, late September call-up from the minor leagues. 0-2 in his first 2 starts, 16.20. Leading off for the Bronx Knights is Mighty Max, the center fielder, hitting .313, 4 homers, 40 RBIs, and 35 stolen bases. So, here comes the first pitch of the game from this kid Rutledge. And he pulls it high and deep, and it is a foul ball. Strike 1. He gets excited when he has a chance for a home run. He only has 4. Out in front of the changeup, count is 0-2. The Angels are 28 games under 500, good for last place in the American League West. So it's a first place team versus a last place team. Pitches low, 1 ball and 2 strikes on Luklich. Luklich also has 30-plus doubles. Did he check it? Yes, he did. So the count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Slow ground ball to the shortstop, throwing from the hole. In time, nice play by Jeremy Pena. Starting lineup for the Bronx Knights, Max Luklich is in center, Don Mattingly's at first, Chris Ramos at second, Mike O'Rourke is in left, Matt Saps is your DH, Benny Losicero is in right, Matt Termini is at third, Anthony Millo is batting 8th and playing catcher, and Francisco Lindor is batting 9th. He is the shortstop today. Don Mattingly, .336, 23 homers, 99 RBIs. And he hits a deep drive to left. Back goes Cliff Floyd, but it's playable. And there's 2 away. So with 2 out, up steps the second baseman, Chris Ramos.
Batting third, the second baseman,
Chris Ramos hitting .358, 60 homers, 155 RBIs here in mid-September. Still with like 10 or 11 games left to go in the season. Ground ball, base hit through the box into center field. It is a 2-out single for Ramos. And the top of the first, I'm sorry, check that. The bottom of the first will continue. Here's the replay.
the left fielder, Mike O'Rourke.
Welcome to the stream. If you're watching on YouTube, please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. Stepping up is the cleanup hitter, Michael O'Rourke, hitting .338, 35 homers, 109 RBIs. 2 outs, runner at first. 1-0 deficit here at Classic Yankee Stadium. Checks his swing, fastball's outside, ball 1. Backdoor slider, count is 1 ball and 1 strike on O'Rourke. And that's a deep drive, but it will find its way out of play. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Ramos leads off first. Outside corner, strike 3 called, and the side is retired. So after 1 inning of play here in Classic Yankee Stadium, it's the LA Angels of Anaheim 1, the Bronx Knights 0. So we go to the top of the second. Up steps the right fielder, J.J. Bleday, sitting .271 on the season. Eli Ramos sets and delivers. And he's late on the fastball, strike 1. Breaking ball in there, count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes. Line drive, base hit through the box, ground ball with eyes. And the leadoff man is on here in the top of the second for the Angels. So next up is the DH, Domingo Santana, .278, 20 homers, 57 runs batted in. Swing and a miss at the fastball, 98 on the radar gun, strike 1. Misses outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Pulls the circle change down the left field line. Out in front, count is 1 and 2. Runner leads off first. Swing and a miss at the slider. And that's the first out of the inning. Santana is down on strikes. Here's the replay.
The first baseman.
So it is my intention to play every inning of every game of 162 game schedule. This is game number 150. Every game up to this point is on YouTube in its entirety. No skipped innings, no simulated games. The whole season. That's swing and a miss to bat Matt Beatty. 236, 11 homers, 40 RBIs. Right now, the Bronx Knights are 98 and 51. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Count is 0 and 2. And now it's basically about the playoffs in the World Series. Oh no! Deep drive. Lo Cicero back, reaching up, makes the catch. For out number 2, nice running catch by the right fielder. My goodness. Right center field gap looked like it was going to go over his head for a little bit, but he raced it down. In case you're wondering, I am also playing and doing the announcing. I love both. Jahmai Jones is a second baseman. He's hitting 248 on the season. He's up there with 2 outs and a runner on. Pitch misses outside, ball 1. Jahmai Jones is 5 for his last 13. That's a 385 clip. Breaking ball in there, count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. So the Bronx Knights, this is a 3-game series at Classic Yankee Stadium. They've won the first 2 games, 6-1 and 4-1. And this is game 3. They're getting the brooms out looking for the sweep. Swing and a miss, strike 3, side retired. So after an inning and a half of baseball, Bronx Knights are down by 1. LA Angels lead 1-0. So we go to the bottom of the second. Up steps the designated hitter, Matt Saps. He's hitting 312.
The designated hitter.
He's a natural second baseman, but when you have a beast like Chris Ramos at second, a lot of the times you play designated hitter. Hits a deep drive to center, back goes at the track, is back to the wall, looking up, makes the catch. 1 pitch, 1 away. Hit it to the deepest part of the ballpark, Matt Saps. Defensive alignment for the LA Angels of Anaheim in the outfield from left to right is Floyd, Acuna Jr., and Blade. And in the infield, Nolan Arenado, Jeremy Pena, Jahmai Jones, Matt Beatty, Bo Naylor behind the plate, playing catcher. So, next up with 1 out, Benny Lo Cicero, 305, 33 homers, 121 RBIs. Swing and a miss at the changeup, strike 1.
1 strike. Ball.
1 ball and 1 strike. Pitch is low. Fouls off the high fastball, count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. So Jackson Rutledge, September call-up, is doing a pretty decent job. Until maybe right then and there. Deep drive to right, back goes Blade, makes the running catch, and there's 2 away. So he's keeping the ball in the ballpark. Bottom line. Matt Termini, third baseman, 322, 11 homers, 75 runs batted in. He is the third baseman for the Bronx Knights, batting 7th in this lineup. Checks a swing outside, ball 1. Matt's 9 for his last 22. That's a 400-plus average. So he's been hot of late. Ground ball through the right side, knocked down by the first baseman, Beatty. Tosses it underhand to the pitcher covering, and the side is retired. Nice play by Matt. The end of 2. Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim continue to lead 1-0. So we go to the top of the 3rd. Up steps Bo Naylor, the catcher. He's hitting 259 on the season. It's a 1-0 lead for the Angels over the Bronx Knights here at Classic Yankee Stadium. Chris Ramos fields, fires, 1 pitch, 1 away. So next up is the leadoff man, Cliff Floyd. Lineup turns around. He's up there for his 2nd plate appearance. He struck out in the 1st inning. Pitch from Eli Ramos. in there, strike one.
0-1.
Breaking ball in there, count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes. Thank you for joining the stream. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like the video, please subscribe to the channel. Ground ball up the middle, diving attempt by Ramos, but it gets through. It's a 1-out single for the Angels. And they have a runner at first. Let's watch the replay. Ground ball with eyes, bottom line. Chris Ramos will probably be the American League most valuable player in the league this season. However, one of the holes in his game is he does not have a lot of range at second base. Got to be honest. First pitch to Jeremy Pena is a swing and a miss. Count is 0-1. He's 0-4-1. Grounded out in the first. Runner leads off first. Outside corner, strike 2.
No ball. 2 strikes.
Just misses with the slider. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Ramos has 20 wins. He's 20-5, and he is the front runner for the American League Cy Young Award. It's the only real competition. Ground ball to Mattingly. For some reason, he decides to step on the bag and then throw to first instead of doing a 3-6-1 or 3-6-3. I don't know why. It must have been a mental error. I'm going to blame Don Mattingly and not blame the guy we're holding the controller. That's just me. But in any event, there's a runner in scoring position now with 2 away here in the top of the third. Acuna Jr. hit a solo homer in the first to put them on the board. So Eli's got to be very careful with this batter. Swing and a miss. 98 on the radar gun. Strike 1. Swing and a miss through the slider. Strike 2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night, Mr. Ronald. Strikeout to retire the side after 2.5. The Angels lead 1-0. Bottom of the third. Anthony Millo, the number 8 hitter, hitting .253 with 11 homers. Steps up. Swing and a miss at the high fastball. Strike 1. He's 11 for his last 29. That's a 379 clip. Pitch is low. 1 ball and 1 strike.
1 ball, 1 strike. Ball, no.
Changeup is low. 2 balls, 1 strike. Line drive caught by the first baseman Beatty. There's 1 away. Nice play by the first baseman. So, American League West standings. Bronx Knights, a creative franchise, have taken the place of the Houston Astros that have been wedged into the American League West. They are 98-51, and they have a 37.5 game lead over the Angels of Anaheim, who are in last place. So, Francisco Lindor is giving Jacob Salazar a day off at shortstop. He's hitting .305 in part-time play. He's got 7 homers on the season. He's up there with 1 away here in the bottom of the third. And that's a deep drive to right, but playable for the center fielder. And quickly there are 2 away here in the bottom of the third.
Now batting.
So Max Lukelich, who grounded out in the first, is up again for his second plate appearance. 2 outs. And that's a deep drive, but I have a feeling, no, it drops in there. Wow, and he's going for second. I don't know why. With 2 outs, you shouldn't make that run to second base. Bad base running decision by a young player at the end of 3. Los Angeles is winning 1-0. My God. Kid's pitching. So top of the 4th, Nolan Arenado Jr. 0 for 1. He grounded out in the first.
The third baseman, Nolan Arenado.
Outside corner, strike 1. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I want this win. I want this 21st win. Swing and a miss, strike 2. I want it. I want to sweep the Angels. They're a terrible team. I want to sweep them. I want this 99, win number 99. I want win number 21. And that's a home run the other way by Nolan Arenado, a solo shot. And it's a 2-0 lead for the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. Arenado's 29th homer of the season, and it's a 2-0 lead here in the top of the 4th. I want it. I want it. See what happens. Just because I want it doesn't mean I'm going to get it, but I want it. Okay, here's the replay. Oof, it's a lot of power. A lot of power. Good player. So next up is J.J. Bleday. Nobody out still. He's had a single in his first at-bat. Swing and a miss at the high fastball, strike one. Fouls off the slider. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes.
No.
Split finger fastball. He lays off. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. And he pops it up. Bloop base hit to left field. So the inning leads off with a home run by Arenado, and now a bloop base hit to left by J.J. Bleday. And there's a runner at first, still nobody out. O'Rourke couldn't get there. So next up is Domingo Santana. Swing and a miss, strike one. He struck out in the second. Free swinger. Misses outside with the slider. 1 ball and 1 strike. Ground ball. Lindor to second for 1. Back to first. Double play. 6-4-3 double play, and there's 2 outs, and the bases are now empty. Nice play by Lindor to start that turn. So Matt Beatty flew out in the second inning. Steps in with the bases clear and 2 away here in the 4th. And that's a lazy fly ball the other way. O'Rourke is there to retire the side. But the solo home run, not by Matt Beatty, by Nolan Arenado. At 3.5 innings played, it's the Angels 2, the Knights nothing. Leading off the bottom of the 4th, Don Mattingly, 0 for 1. Stuck at 99 RBIs.
Yeah.
Change up in there, strike 1. He's 7 for his last 13 as he charges towards the 200 hit mark. Outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. He has 23 homers, 99 RBIs. He's been in this number 2 hole for most of the season. That's a deep drive the other way, but it curves out of play, strike 2. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. And I have to say, Jackson Rutledge has pitched fearlessly to this lineup. Count is evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. He's a young pitcher, got a lot of potential. Swing and a miss out in front of the changeup. He strikes out Don Mattingly. So there's 1 away. Next up is Chris Ramos, who singled in the first. Switch hitter batting from the left side against the righty Rutledge. And that's a deep drive. Back goes Cliff Floyd. It is gone. Home run number 61 on the season for Chris Ramos. RBI number 156. He takes it the other way. And the lead is cut in half. It's 2-1 Angels lead. 61 homers here in game number 150. My goodness. Let's watch the replay. Just put a charge into it the other way and said, this ballpark's not big enough to hold me. So next up is Michael O'Rourke. Struck out in the first. Pitches on the corner. Strike 1. He's 2 for 8 in this series with a homer and 3 RBIs. But he doesn't have a hit yet today. And that's a ground ball to the shortstop. Throws to first in time, 2 away. Next up is Matthew Saps. He is 0 for 1. 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th. And that's a deep drive. But in front of the warning track, center fielder makes the catch to retire the side. But a solo shot by Chris Ramos, number 61 on the season, cuts the lead in half at the end of 4 innings of play. It's Los Angeles 2, Bronx 1. So we're going to go to the top of the 5th. Chris Ramos will face Jahmai Jones. I'm sorry, I said Chris Ramos. I mean Eli Ramos on the mound. Check that. Pitch is low, ball one. Jahmai Jones is 0 for 1 today. High breaking ball. Called a strike. Count as 1 ball and 1 strike. Fouls off the circle change. Count as 1 and 2 on Jones. Curveball outside. Count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And that's a lazy fly ball towards the line. It is a catch as he collides with the sidewall. Out of play. Nice play by Benny Cicero. I think he reached in and ate some kid's popcorn while he was over there. 1 away. Bo Naylor is the catcher. He's 0 for 1. Hope he paid that kid. Inside corner, strike 1. Bo Naylor was on the American League's All-Star team. I'm not sure if he was the starter. I think he was just on the roster. Line drive to left. Making the catch is O'Rourke for the 2nd out. So 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. Cliff Floyd, 3 for 10 in this series with a home run. He's 1 for 2 with a single today. It's up there with 2 away. Late on the fastball, strike 1. Inside off the plate. Count as 1 ball and 1 strike. Grounds it. Foul ball. Count as 1 ball and 2 strikes. Inside, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bases empty. Top of the 5th. 2-1 lead for the Angels. Eli Ramos is on the mound, going for win number 21. The fastball is fouled off. Count stays at 2-2. He's battling him. Cliff Floyd showing a lot of heart. Strike 3 called. Side is retired. It's an official ball game. 4.5. It's not an official ball game. 5 innings pitched by Eli Ramos. He's losing 2-1. So, bottom of the 5th, Benny Cicero is 0 for 1. He steps up against the kid Jackson Rutledge, who's been pitching really well. Pitches outside, ball 1. Benny has 121 RBIs, and that would lead most ball clubs, except Chris Ramos has 155 or 56. An insane number. Fouls off the pitch, count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. And he yanks it right at Bleday and right for the 1st out. Hit it on the nose, right at the right fielder.
The batter, number 79.
So Termini, 0 for 1 today. He's 1 for 9 in the series. Ground ball up the middle and through. It is a 1-out single for Termini. And he is 1 for 2. Ground ball with eyes. So next up is the catcher, Anthony Millo, who lined out in the 3rd. He's 0 for 1. High and tight, backs him off the plate. Ball 1. Didn't seem to like that. A little bit of lip for the pitcher. And that's a lazy fly ball to right field. Caught by Bleday. There's 2 away. So this kid Rutledge just has answers.
Now batting, not shortstop.
He can hold this offense down. He's got a future. So Francisco Lindor playing shortstop today. He's 0 for 1. Steps up with a runner at 1st and 2 down. And he pulls it hard but foul. Out of play, strike 1. Pitch is low. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Outside, 2-1. Termini has a lot of speed at first. Ball in the gap, and he might be able to score. And that's a deep drive. Back goes Blade, but in front of the track, he makes the catch to retire the side. So it's an official ball game. 5 innings played. The Angels lead 2-1. So we go to the top of the 6th. Pena is 0 for 2 with 2 ground outs. Ground ball foul down the third baseline, strike 1. Jeremy has a modest 4-game hitting streak. Breaking ball low, 1 ball and 1 strike. Eli Ramos, previous career high in wins. This is year number 5. It was 17 wins. He won 17 games twice. This year he topped that by winning 20. Luklich races in to make the catch, 1 out. I estimate he has another 2 or 3 starts left. I'm sure that he'd like to. He also has to get lined up for the playoffs, so who knows how many starts he'll actually have. So, solo home run for Acuna Jr. That gave the Angels a 1-0 lead at the time. The lead now is 2-1. He's up again, 1 for 2 with an out here in the top of the 6th. Pitch just off the plate, ball 1. Ground ball. Ramos from the shortstop side, long throw, in time, 2 away. So they had the shift on. Had him played him up the middle. Longer throw than he's used to making, but good play by Ramos. 2 away here in the top of the 6th. Nolan Arenado is responsible for the other run. A solo homer in the 4th. He's 1 for 2. Hit it the other way. Swing and a miss. Fastball. Strike 1. 98 on the radar gun. Out in front of the circle change. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes. Waste pitch outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. He has, in 5 2/3 innings pitched, he's up to pitch number 74. It's not economical, but it is what it is. Fouls off the fastball. Strike 2. Now check that. It was already strike 2. So it's 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. 2-1 lead for the Angels. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, side retired. So 5.5 complete. Angels still lead by a run. They lead 2-1. So the leadoff man, Max Luklich, steps up. He's 4 for 7 in this series. 1 for 2 today. Rutledge deals. And it's a lazy fly ball to center. He swings at the first pitch. Acuna Jr. makes the catch. 1 pitch, 1 away. Next up is Don Mattingly, who's 0 for 2 against the kid. Backdoor slider, strike 1. Don Mattingly is 5th in the American League with his batting average, .336. Outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. And that's a hard line drive towards the right center field gap. And it will go to the wall. He makes the turn at first, heads to second, and he'll be in there with a 1-out double. So the tying run will be in scoring position here with 1 away in the 6th. Let's watch the replay. Up next is Chris Ramos, who homered today, number 61 on the season. Mattingly leads off second. And that's a base hit up the middle. Mattingly will make the turn at third and head home. It's an RBI single for Chris Ramos. And the score is now tied at 2. Clutch hitting. Let's watch this replay. No chance for the center fielder to make the play at the plate. So next up is Michael O'Rourke. Angels bullpen is active. Checks the swing, pitches outside, 1 ball and no strikes. Ramos leads off first with 1 away here in the bottom of the 6th. And that's a line drive, but right at Bledayan right for the 2nd out. Hit it right on the nose, but right at the outfielder. Next up is Matt Saps. He's 3 for 7 in the series, but 0 for 2 today. Checks his swing, pitches outside, 1 ball and no strikes. Cole Stewart and Alex Wood are warming up in the bullpen. Alex Wood has seen a lot of action in this 3-game series. And that's a drive headed towards the gap. And that'll be in there. Ramos makes a turn at second, makes the turn at third. He's heading home. Throw to the plate is not in time. It's an RBI double by Matthew Saps. And the ball game is now 3-2 Bronx Knights lead on Saps' 30th double of the season. Clutch 2-out hit. They left him in there too long. They should have taken him out after 5 with a 2-1 lead. Now the kid's going to have a bad taste in his mouth. Benny Cicero is 0 for 2. Runner in scoring position. And he hits a ground ball to the right side, fielded by Jahmai Jones, throws to first. Side is retired. So at the end of 6 innings of play, Bronx Knights lead 3-2. So we go to the top of the 7th inning. Up steps J.J. Ubleday, that's 0 for 2, and we're going to go to the manager's office for the bullpen. And we're going to have Jesse Biddle warm up, and we're going to have, I think, Carlos Estevez warm up. That's what we're going to have, just to see what happens. You never know. In there, strike 1, 97 on the radar gun. It's a 3-2 lead for the Bronx Knights here in the top of the 7th inning. Slashes it foul the other way down the third base line. Quickly, the count is 0-2 on JJ. Swing and a miss. Out in front of the circle change. Strikeout number 7. ERA leaders for the league. Joey Pollard's in 2nd place behind Ryan Jarborough. As you can see, Eli is on the list, but he's up there. 3.71. So Domingo Santana steps in. He's 0 for 2. 1 out here in the top of the 7th. Fouls off the fastball late. Strike 1. That's a deep drive, but running it into the corner is O'Rourke. He makes the catch, out number 2. Nice running catch by the left fielder.
The first baseman, Matt.
Here's the replay. Just measures it, makes the catch. So, Matt Beatty has a home run today, if I'm not mistaken. No, check that. I apologize. He's 0 for 2 with 2 flyouts. At the knees, strike 1. Swing and a miss at the slider inside. Count is 0-2 on Matt Beatty. That's a deep drive to center. Lukulich is there. He makes the catch. The side is retired. So get up and stretch, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for the 7th inning stretch. The Bronx Knights lead 3-2.
Your attention, please.
Taking over in relief is Cole Stewart, making his 52nd appearance out of the bullpen for the Angels. He's 5-6 with a 6.18 earned run average. And Matt Termini leads off 1 for 2 with a single, going to the manager's office in the bullpen. We're going to sit down Estevez, sit him down, and we're going to warm up Della Betances now. So here we are in the bottom of the 7th. High fastball inside, chases it, fouls it off, strike 1. And he's late on the fastball. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on the third baseman, Termini.
Ball.
Pitch is low, 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Playing 12. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
And he pops him up on the infield. Beatty is there on the left side of the mound. Checked out the right side of the mound for the first out. Next up is Anthony Millo. He is 0 for 2. He lined out, he flew out. Cole Stewart sets and delivers. Outside, ball 1. Swing and a miss is a two-seamer. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. The Knights are trying to sweep this series. They won the first 2 games. That's a deep drive towards the gap. But playable for Cliff Floyd. Nice play, and there's 2 away. They won the first game 6-1. They won the second game 4-1. Now they're up 3-2 in this third and final game, trying to get the brooms out. Number 9 hitter Francisco Lindor is 0 for 2. It's his 3rd plate appearance here in the bottom of the 7th with 2 outs. Chases a pitch, strike 1. Classic Yankee Stadium, torn down in 2008 to make way for the new Yankee Stadium. Across the street. Pitch is low, 1 ball and 1 strike. Outside, 2 balls and 1 strike. Beautiful stadium. I was there many, many times in my life. And that's a line drive hit the other way. It's going to drop in there for a single. Big turn at first, but it'll hold. It's a 2-out single for Francisco Lindor, and the lineup will turn over.
Now batting, number 39.
So Max Lukulich, the leadoff man, is 1 for 3. Lindor leads off first. And that's slapped to left. Easy play for Cliff Floyd, and the side is retired. At the end of 7, it's the Bronx Knights 3, the Los Angeles Angels 2. So here in the top of the 8th inning, Jahmai Jones leads off. He's 0 for 2 against Eli Ramos, who's still out there pitching. In there, strike 1, still throwing 98 miles an hour here in the 8th inning. Breaking ball, strike 2. So the manager, Don Mattingly, the manager, trusts Eli Ramos. He's 20-5. So, but I'm sure the leash is short. Fouls off the fastball, count remains, no balls and 2 strikes. And he serves it to left. O'Rourke is there. And there's 1 out. Next up is Bo Naylor, the catcher. He's 0 for 2. 1 out here in the top of the 8th. Pulls the slider foul, strike 1. Got good wood on it, but couldn't keep it fair. That's a line drive, base hit to center field. Big turn at first, but he'll stay. Nice return from the center fielder Lukulich. Let's look at the replay. And this is where the game gets a little tricky. How long do you stay with the starter? Next up is Cliff Floyd, who was 1 for 3 with a single. Manager, bullpen. Lefty, righty, righty. I trust you, Eli. Shallow fly ball on the first pitch. Left center field. Lukulich is there. He makes the catch for out number 2.
Now batting, shortstop.
And next up is Jeremy Pena. 0 for 3. At the knees, strike 1.
0-1.
That's a deep drive towards the gap. Long run for Lo Cicero. He makes the catch in the gap. Nice range. After 7.5, they're nursing a 3-2 lead. Bronx Knights getting the brooms out. So, bottom of the 8th, Don Mattingly's up. Cole Stewart is still out there. It's 1 for 3, Don Mattingly. Pitch is in there, strike one. So let's do this. Manager, bullpen. Righty, righty, righty. So we're going to sit down Jesse Biddle. And we're going to sit down... No, we're going to let him continue to pitch. John Smoltz, we're going to warm him up. John Smoltz, we're going to schedule to put him in the game. So the count is 0-1 on Don Mattingly here in the bottom of the 8th. Ground ball up through the middle and through. It's a leadoff single for the Knights. They have the leadoff man on here. Important insurance run at first base with nobody out. Hit number 2 of the game. Ground ball with eyes. Next up, Chris Ramos, 3 for 3. He is the average up to 361. 61 homers, 157 RBIs. Bats from the left side against the righty pitcher. And that ball is high. It is far. It is Gonzo. That's his second home run of the ball game. Home run number 62. And just like that, the score is 5-2. Bronx Knights lead. Here in this third game of a 3-game set. Get the brooms out, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for a sweep. Beast! 62 homers. How many can he have before the season's over? Boom! Next up is Michael O'Rourke. He's 0 for 3. Pitch is in there, strike one. So it's a 3-run lead for the Bronx Knights. Outside, count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Attendance 49,163. Not quite a sellout, but not bad for a Sunday afternoon. And it's a deep drive to center, but playable for Acuna Jr. And that's the first out here in the bottom of the 8th. Next up is Matthew Saps, RBI double. He's 1 for 3. He's a little late on the fastball. Long run for Acuna towards right field, but he makes the catch. Quickly, there are 2 outs. And Benilo Cicero's 0 for 3. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th. Breaking ball outside, ball 1. Ground ball towards the right side, fielded nicely by Jahmai Jones. Throws to first and the side is retired, but not before Chris Ramos hits his second home run of the game, home run number 62 on the season. And at the end of 8 innings of play, we go to the top of the 9th. Last licks for the Angels. They need 3 to tie. Let's see if they can do it. So, do you want to still change pitchers? Yes, I do. In relief, for the close, for the save, John Smoltz, Hall of Famer. It's going for save number 30 on the season. See if he can get it. Leading off is Acuna Jr. Solo homer in the first, he's 1 for 3. Swing and a miss at the fastball, strike 1. See if he can lock down win number 21 on the season. Breaking ball, slider, strike 2. Count as no balls and 2 strikes. Yanks the changeup foul. Count remains no balls and 2 strikes on Acuna Jr. And it's a lazy fly ball to right. Playable for Lo Cicero. And that's the first out here in the 9th. The line for Eli Ramos, 8 innings pitched, 6 hits, 2 earned runs, no walks, 7 strikeouts. He is in line for win number 21 if John Smoltz can hold the 3-run lead. Next up is Nolan Arenado, 1 for 3 with a solo homer today. Smoltz sets and delivers. Inside corner, strike 1. Breaking ball. In there, strike 2. And that's a deep drive. Back goes Lukulich. Check that. It's gone. So with one out here in the top of the ninth, that's Arenado's second homer of the game, home run number 30, and the score is now 5-3. And the fans quiet down fairly quickly. Threw a fat curveball, fat, high curveball with no break. Went upstairs and just hit it out to left. O'Rourke went back to the wall, kind of looked up and realized he had no shot. So it's a 2-run ball game. They need a base runner to get the tying run to the plate. J.J. Bleday is 2 for 3. 3 for 11 in this series. Ground ball down third base line. It is a base hit. And that's what, it gets past O'Rourke. And by the time he gets the ball in, it's going to be a runner in scoring position with 1 out. So a single will make it a 1-run ball game. And the tying run will indeed come to the plate here in the ninth. If you're an Angels fan, you can't ask for more than that. So next up is Domingo Santana, who's 0 for 3, but he does have power. Swing and a miss, strike 1. And the manager saw something he didn't like, and he's going to send him out for a mound visit. Talk to John Smoltz and remind him that you are a Hall of Fame starter, a Hall of Fame closer, and will one day be a Hall of Fame announcer, broadcaster. So nut up and let's strike these guys out and go home. Lines it, can't get around on the fastball, count as quickly, no balls and 2 strikes. He also reminded him that Domingo Santana is hitting under 200 with runners in the scoring position. Just gets a piece of the slider, count remains no balls, 2 strikes, 1 away here in the top of the ninth. Fans are on their feet. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and there's 2 outs. And the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim are down to their final out of the ball game. Next up is Matt Beatty. He's 0 for 3. He is the tying run and the last out of the game. Inside, off the plate, ball 1. Fouls off the fastball, upstairs behind home plate. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike on Beatty. Checks the swing, pitches low, 2 balls and 1 strike. And that's a line drive headed towards the gap. Long run for Lukulich. He makes the catch. Side retired. Ball game over. Bronx Knights win and they sweep the series. They win 5-3. So, John Smoltz gets the save. It's save number 30 on the season. Eli Ramos wins number 21. He's 21-5, and he's surely the front runner for the Cy Young Award in this season. He's got another start or 2 before they send him up for the playoffs. The Bronx Knights not only sweep the series, but they get win number 99 on the season. They're 99-51 on the season as we blaze our way through September here in the year of 2024. So, Bronx Knights, 5 runs, 10 hits, no errors. Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim, 3 runs, 8 hits, no errors. Eli Ramos gets the win. Number 21, Jason Rutledge, unfortunately gets the loss. Young kid, pitched well, should have taken him out after 5 with a good taste in his mouth. Instead, the manager left him in for too long. John Smoltz gets save number 30 on the season, and Chris Ramos, the second baseman, is the player of the game. He's 4 for 4 with 2 homers and 4 RBIs, number 61 and 62 on the season. How many more can he get? There's 12 games left. He's got 62 homers with 12 games left. How far will he go? Only time will tell. This has been a broadcast of Bronx Knights Baseball. I am RC Robbin. Thank you so much for watching. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. It really, really helps. I would love it so much. This is a created franchise on MLB The Show 20 for the PlayStation 4. It's my intention to play every single game of a 162-game season and beyond. This is 149 and 150. No skipped innings, no simulated games. Everyone is played. They're all on YouTube, and the future will all be on YouTube. Thank you so much for watching. Have yourself an absolutely great Friday night. Take care of yourself.